Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bluebird and Bee Tarot. I am so excited that you are here today so that we can dive into this very juicy message of what is in your person's heart. Now, this message is posting on Valentine's Day, but it's a timeless tarot reading, so the messages are going to be just as valid whenever you come across it. Now, because it's Valentine's Day, though, and in keeping with the message, what is in your person's heart, we are going to be using 100% heart-shaped decks today. And I am probably way too excited about that just because I really love stuff like that. I really get a kick out of it. So yeah, let's get into it though, because the main thing is we want to know what is in this person's heart. So let's take a look at the piles. Pile number 1 is the Lovers. Let you take a look at that card for a second up close. Pile number 2 is the World. And then pile number 3 is the Sun. Alrighty, so I am going to give you a moment to take a look at the piles, listen to your intuition, see which one you are drawn to. And if the time that I give you here is not enough, feel free to pause the video. And if you are drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly fine. That is great. In fact, there may be messages for you in more than one pile. But when you do choose, the timestamps are below, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Lovers card, then you have arrived at your reading. So let's dive in and see what is in your person's heart for you. Okay, pile 1. So we start off with Kiss Me and Hot Lips. So this person thinks about your lips, dreams about those lips. Ooh, they want to kiss you. Oh, they want to kiss you so bad. And if they've kissed you already, they love it. So then we got number 40 and number 22. And then 22 also reduces to 4. So both of these numbers reduce to 4. So 4 could be an important number here. That could be, part of an address. That could be April is an important month. I had ADHD. Why did I have to count in my head to figure out which month is 4? Yeah, or the 4th of a month. That could be engram number. That could be life path number. But just, yes, 4. We get it. We know what numbers are for. So going through spiritual cleansing and drowning in your own emotions. So those two, that's interesting. Those two cards actually, to me, have a lot in common, because the feeling that we are about to drown is often what precedes a spiritual cleansing. And then when we dive into the cleansing, at the beginning, it often feels more like we are about to drown. It often feels, more intense and more out of control before we come out on the other side. So I can really see how these two, aside from just the number connection, would be matched pair energy, and they both have a lot to do with water. So this is like emotions. So we've got passionate energy over here. And it just occurred to me that kisses can actually be very emotional and sweet in addition to being passionate. So I feel like they have, but with this hot lips, I don't know, that feels pretty passionate. But I will say, the emotion here is strong. The passion here is strong. And then we have being grateful for all that we have leads our hearts to overflow with abundance. Give thanks for the things you have and watch your life change. So I would imagine that is kind of the central theme that they are trying to deal with, is the idea of gratitude for what their life is, even as they attempt to level up. So, I think that this could apply in a number of ways, but the one that is occurring to me most strongly right now is if the two of you are friends and they're trying to find the words to speak to you, to speak their feelings, to tell you that they want more, I think they are probably struggling to truly appreciate this friendship relationship for the beautiful treasure that it actually is. Because they want so much more, but there's something, they are in the process of up leveling. So either they are actually being prevented from speaking, like they're being held back from speaking until they finish this spiritual cleansing, this up leveling, or they are holding it back themselves because they want to feel like they're more on your level before they approach you. But I think that what they need to learn, like the key to actually getting to the next level, is understanding that they should appreciate where they are. It doesn't mean they don't strive for more, but where they are is already so up leveled from where they used to be. And where they will be in the future will be up leveled from that. And it only continues. We never arrive. I think that's what they need to understand, is that we never arrive. We are always in a growth process. We are always striving for the next thing, or at least we should be, because that's what the human spirit was created to do. So I think that they are like, if I can just make this amount of money, if I can just reach this like physical fitness goal, if I can just, oh God, I don't even know, get this promotion, get this car, get this. I feel like it has to do with very external things, honestly. And I feel like that might be another conflict that they need to resolve, because I feel like they are, when it comes to you, focused on needing to have externals that sort of prove to you, or that's how you would see that the two of you are on the same level and they are worthy of you. But the growth that they're doing is spiritual. So they think they're trying to up level in material ways, but the growth that they're actually doing is spiritual. It's happening beneath the surface. They're going to have to recognize that it's spiritual so they can fully dive into it with all this water, quote unquote, dive into it. And so that's going to be a bit of a process, but I think that gratitude has a lot to do with this. Gratitude for where they are. I think that they feel like that would be giving up. That would be being satisfied with the level that they're at. And I feel like this person is an achiever. So they're like, no, I'm not going to just rest at where I am. But I think that they need to understand that it's not stasis. They're not staying there just because they're appreciative or just because they give themselves credit for what they've already achieved. They can still and will still strive for the next thing. But the way that they are approaching progress and leveling up right now, they will never be able to relax at all. They will never feel good enough until they are at the next level. And they don't understand that there will always be a next level. So they're living a life wherein they will never feel good enough. Oh, I don't know if you heard if it picked it up on the mic, but my dog did just jangle her collar, which I do take as confirmation of anything that I happen to just be saying. And I feel like she's also delivering me a message that let's go ahead and move on to the tarot, because I have sort of exhausted every way of saying they should be grateful for the level they're on while they still strive to move forward. Alrighty. Spirit, what is in this person's heart? But just to recap on the sort of topic that we're on, what is in this person's heart? Passion, love, and gratitude. I mean, I think that you being in their life is the one thing that they just have pure gratitude for. I think that this, not being satisfied is something that they apply to themselves. Yeah, and I do think that most of what they have in their heart for you is longing, because they just really want to be in a connection with you. But as far as you as a human being, how their heart feels about you, their emotions, they're just what pops into their mind when they think of you. Yeah, it's passion, emotion, and gratitude. Yeah, look at that. They are not at rest. And I think that, yeah, the way they feel about you is emblematic of their central spiritual conflict. Because, yeah, I think that there is a way that they could be very satisfied and celebratory about the friendship that you share, while at the same time looking to the future to take it to the next level. But they're consumed with longing. They're consumed with longing, but I feel like also holding themselves back because, well, it could be that they think that they're going to face rejection. I think the way that and look at this, the King of Cups, he is somewhat well known for people, he's famous. People are like, oh my God, the King of Cups, can I have your autograph? But what I mean is an energy that's often associated with him is that he feels emotions very deeply, but he is stoic. He doesn't speak them as easily as he feels them. And he doesn't speak them as deeply as he feels them. Yeah, so with this generosity card, this Six of Pentacles, this attitude of yes, first of all, I feel like that is how they have given their heart to you, generously. I feel like they've given you their whole heart. They're like, I'm not using it, you take it. Honestly, I feel like I'm not using it, you take it is pretty much how they approach a lot of things. I feel like if someone is in trouble, they want to help. If someone in their circle, someone in their heart circle needs something and it's within their power to give it, that person has it. It's not even a question. Yeah, the phrase, if I got it, we got it, that's this person. This person is so generous. Yeah, but this person has a lovely, beautiful expansive heart, but they feel like there is something they need to achieve before they speak their truth to you. Like it just keeps going around and around in their head, the things that could potentially happen if they speak their truth before they're quote unquote ready. Yeah, before they're ready, before I'm ready. That just like that. Yeah, that's interesting because I talked about like it keeps going around and around in their head. And then I heard that before I'm ready. Like it was a like cassette tape, like on repeat, or like it was an album that had a skip in it. Yeah, if you were wondering if I'm old, the answer is yes. I know what cassette tapes and albums are. I know what skips and albums are. Yeah, what else? Yeah, I do feel like, so there's a real progression here from this very gray color scheme to then this like very verdant green background of things growing, all of these plants growing here. And then we get this really highly saturated red. So yeah, I do feel as they go through this up leveling, as they go through this growth process, they do start to view themselves. I think that this is how they view themselves, which then impacts their confidence to approach you. I think that they really progress from like seeing themselves as this sort of monotone, like blends into the background. I mean, that could be what they're worried about, is that they need to achieve something that makes them stand out from the crowd in order to get your attention. But then they grow and then they recognize that, yeah, they are a gem, they are a jewel, they are a ruby. And yeah, look how highly saturated this background is. Yeah, I think that truly is what they are going to recognize, is that what they have been trying to achieve to get your attention, they already have it. It's already done. I want all of your dreams to come true. Yeah, they are so generous. They would do anything for you. Oh my God, they would give you a kidney. Come on. Yeah, they would do anything to help you. And that may be like a way that makes this reading ring true, is that this person has offered to do things for you, practical things to help you, anything you ever need before you ask, if you ask, like, they would never turn you down. My heart beats your name. Oh, yes. I see you when I close my eyes. And Goonies never say die. Okay, so that's interesting because, yeah, the Goonies is like a very seminal pop culture reference for me. Like, I watched that movie so often when I was a kid. I love that movie so much. I know so many quotes from that movie. So yeah, maybe the two of you have like very similar taste in pop culture or similar pop culture references. Okay, so now I want to get some advice for you, some advice from Spirit about, so this is the one place where we're kind of going to deviate from the main objective of finding out what's in your person's heart. I want to get some advice for you from Spirit. So we're going to pull an angel number. 9, 5, 2. So let's Google that. Let's Google what that means. Angel number 952 is synonymous with courage. Your divine guides are asking you to be brave as you handle the difficulties in your life. And then the next result says 952 spiritually means that you want to be happy, then you must love yourself. This seems almost like it's advice for them. When it comes to love, number 952 is an auspicious and excellent sign. Awesome. It conveys that you will keep a balance in your life despite major life changes. Then the next one says angel number 952 brings a message that the positive changes you are currently undertaking or considering will bring you into, let me click on that one and get the last. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Into alignment with your life purpose as a light worker. So yeah, maybe Spirit was like, yeah, they need advice more than you do. Because this really seems like advice for them as they undertake their spiritual cleansing, their spiritual awakening. So yeah, let's get some letters, numbers, and charms. So if you are wondering if I went out and got a dish that is heart-shaped to do the letters, numbers, and charms, the answer is yes. If you are also wondering if I have really poor spatial awareness about how big that dish should probably be, the answer is also yes. Alrighty. Okay, so we've got X. Oh boy, that opens up a whole can of worms, doesn't it? This could be an X. Okay, we've got Pi. So yeah, so that's interesting because 4 came out really prominently. And then right here on this first message card that is still out, we have 3 and 7, which reduces to 1. Well, it reduces to 10, which reduces to 1. So that's like 3, 1, and 4 are all present. So I think 3, 1, and 4 can be important numbers here, but also maybe something really exciting is going to happen on Pi Day, which is exactly 1 month from now. Well, if you're watching this on Valentine's Day. So that is pretty cool. Okay, then we've got W, U, N, and Q. Okay, so we don't have the 2 E's, but yeah, Queen energy. Oh, so a king came out in the tarot reading, and so that's King Queen. That's King Queen energy. Love to see it. Let's see, what else? Okay, so WIP stands for work in progress. Yeah, that's like a very common acronym. So yeah, they are a work in progress, but aren't we all a work in progress? What they need to do is just get good with that. I mean, Q definitely can indicate questions. Okay, pun. That's interesting because, yeah, so with the Goonies Never Say Die, that could be that you have very, like well-matched pop culture reference points. And with pun, that could be that the two of you have like a very similar sense of humor. And finally, win. Oh yeah, that's the last one. I can feel it. Yes, win. This is going to turn out fine. This is going to turn out so much more than fine. This is going to turn out great. Okay, and I also we don't have the G, but I just saw wing here, and then I heard the theme song from Greatest American Hero. Wow, I just seem like very determined to tell you how old I am in this reading. But there's a line on there that says, flying away on a wing and a prayer, ooh, could it be, believe it or not, it's just me. And I think that is like they just need to embrace that. Like, they don't have to be anything else except for just them. That is all you want. They're going to get there. Like, this is strong energy. They're going to get there. Okay, so we have 0, 1, and 5. So those can also be combined into like 10, which is interesting because that's what 3 and 7 add up to. Yeah, and then we've got 5. And look, the other number poking out here on Goonies Never Say Die is 5, 5, which also adds up to 10. Maybe one of you is a math nerd because there have been so many numerical things in this reading that have just been like synchronicity, synchronicity, synchronicity. Okay, let's get some zodiac signs. So these can be signs that are prominent in their chart or your chart, or times of year that something significant is going to happen. Libra, Leo, Taurus, and Cancer. Wait a second, is this? Okay, talk about first one that comes out is Libra, balance. Yeah, I think we've got one of each element here. I mean, unless my ADHD is getting to me and I'm remembering these wrong, but no, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, one of each element. Super cool. Yeah, so that could mean that your charts are very well balanced. Like you might have some placements in common or just placements that match really well. Oh, and it actually just occurred to me, yeah, there actually was quite a lot in here about balance. And I mean, with numbers, like when you're a bank teller, that's what they call it at the end of the night, is you have to balance, which means that the total of what you should have in your drawer matches what's in your drawer. And it just occurred to me that this card, the Lover's card, is all about balance. It's sun and moon energy. It's yin yang. It's masculine and feminine. So yeah, I think this person needs to get into balance, but I think that they need to understand that the two of you are well balanced. There's nothing they need to do to cause that to happen. It's already true. Okay, hi, tons of charms. Oh, look, and one of them even has a heart. Oh, but this heart is in a cage. Yeah, they are keeping their own heart in the cage. Okay, yeah, so this Eiffel Tower, sure, it gives me Paris energy. It gives me travel energy. It also gives me phallic energy. Yeah, that one of the first oracle cards that came out was Hot Lips. Okay, with this dinosaur, there could be an age differential between you, or you could be feeling like this connection is just going on and on and on and not really getting anywhere. Yeah, this leaf tells me something transformational could be happening in fall. Oh, this little fairy charm. They just really think that you are so magical. And with this teapot, yeah, they really want to spill the tea, but they are holding themselves back. Yeah, and with this cupcake, I think they think of you as, yeah, when I dropped it, it landed right on top of the Eiffel Tower. So we've got phallic energy and cupcake. Take it as it resonates. But yes, even aside from the like naughty implications, I think that they do think of you as a sweet treat. Yeah, so with this comb, yeah, and I just heard DeBarge's, I like it. The part of it that goes, I like the way you comb your hair. I like those stylish clothes you wear. It's just the little things you do that show how much you really care. So they might like the way you present yourself. And that could be aesthetic, you know, your style. But it also could be just your energy, like the way that you show yourself to the world energetically. Yeah, with this treble clef, you guys could have like musical tastes in common, or maybe you both play music, you play music together, or maybe music is how you met. And then with this Pegasus, yeah, I think that this goes along very well with this fairy, like two magical creatures with wings. And yeah, I just heard the Red Bull gives you wings, like jingle or whatever. So I think that you make them feel like anything is possible. I think you make them feel like they can fly. Alrighty, that is what I have for you, pile one. If it resonated, I hope that you would consider subscribing. I hope that you will leave how it resonated, some of the details, perhaps if you feel comfortable, down in the comments. But yeah, I would, that really helps the channel grow. And also I just really like reading everybody's stories. And yeah, I would love it if you would subscribe, because I would, love to see you. Well, can I say love a few more times? I love it. I would love to see you on another day for another reading. And I will end this by letting you know that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough. Okay, bye, pile one. Hello, pile two. If you chose the World card, then you have arrived at your reading. So yes, let's dive into it. Let's find out what is in your person's heart. Okay, pile two. The first thing I will say is I think that it is very apropos that the first two cards are Hot Lips and Forever, because yeah, this person has a lot of passion for you, and I feel like they are drawn to you like a moth to the flame. I don't know if you noticed, because I speed up the part where I'm dealing out the oracle cards, but two of these cards actually tried to take a nosedive into the candles when they came out. And it's like, oh, yeah, always love it when my divination tools, which are made of paper, just go straight for the flames. But I think that that is a metaphor for how this person is drawn to you. Like, yeah, what is in their heart? Freaking compulsion, because they can't stay away. They are so drawn to, let's say, your lips. Take that phrase however it resonates. But yeah, they are drawn to it. Okay, so we have 71 and 57 here, which reduces to 8. And then, oh God, there's going to be math. 12, 3. So 8 and 3. Okay, so we've got hunting for lost souls and stubborn adherence to the past. So this could be an ex. This could be someone who has had a little taste of the lips. Again, take it as it resonates. And they want more. They are not satisfied with what they have had. They are hunting. Their soul feels lost without you, and then they can't let go. Yeah, I mean, you've got it like that, pile 2. Like, you've got it like that. You have magic lips. Let's just put it that way. All right. Love yourself first. You cannot expect someone else to love you when you do not love yourself. So I feel like this is interesting because this sort of came out this way. I mean, it was very different energy in pile 1, but this particular card from this deck was kind of the central thing that they needed to recognize in order to be able to kind of turn things up, turn things around with you. And so that may be just kind of like what the role of this deck is in these readings, is these tell their feelings and then this says what they need to overcome. So yeah, I think that what is going on here is that you inspire so much passion in them that it turns off their thoughts. They're operating entirely on instinct. It's 100% lizard brain, 0% brain when they are dealing with you. Like, any impulse they have, they cannot resist it. You may have gotten drunk texts from this person. Yeah, you may have gotten, this person may blurt out inappropriate things around you. Like, you may have looked at this person in the past like, what is your deal? Because they just, if there's a wrong thing to say in any given situation, you're going to know that there was, because this person will have said it. Yeah, I think that they just lose their cool around you, pile 2. Yeah, their heart has no boundaries when it comes to you. And I think they probably have made a fool of themselves on more than one occasion, or at least one very memorable occasion. Yeah, look at, like, this person sort of passed out while the other person looks on in kind of a puzzled manner is definitely giving me in vino e veritas vibes. Like, I feel like the two of you may have had kind of significant conversations while inebriated in the past. But yeah, this person may feel very bound when they don't have social lubrication to loosen their tongue. And yeah, I think this person is almost like starstruck when they're around you. I think that they are amazed, they are in awe, but it's like, yeah, it's like if they met their childhood crush, or if they met their crush when they were a child, like their celebrity crush when they were a child, like how a 12-year-old would react to meeting their biggest celebrity crush. It's like, like, you know, like in movies, how like someone will meet someone that they want to impress or someone famous, and the person will be like, oh, what's your name? And then the person will say back the famous person's name to them. You know, like flubs like that. And so, yeah, I think this person, the more kind of stupid stuff that they say around you, the more they get tied up in knots. Tied up in knots. Yes, that's a perfect phrase for it. And yeah, it's right here. It was right here staring me in the face. And tongue-tied. Yeah, so much to do with tied. But you know why it is? It's because they put you up on the pedestal. Like you are in such a pedestal to them. They don't, yeah. And that's also why I think you don't even take them fully seriously. I think that you may think like, oh, this person's so cute. But I don't even think you know the full depth and layers of nuance of what this person has to offer. And to be fair, how could you when all they've said around you is like, hey, what's up? Like, I just feel like this person turns into, like, yeah, depending on how it presents, like they may be super giggly, they may be super quiet. Yeah, and this could be an ex that you had like a very short-lived relationship and you couldn't really get to who they were. You couldn't, like, it was like pulling teeth to get them to talk at all. And this is why. Yeah, but maybe this person has never, maybe you just sense energetically that there was something special there. And maybe that's why this person is still on your mind. But either way, whoever this person is to you, like whatever, if they're an ex, if they're a coworker, if they're, you know, you have mutual friends or something like that. Yeah, whoever it is, like there is more to them that meets the eye, and there is certainly more in their heart than they've shown you. Yeah, these cards are not the easiest to shuffle. Okay, with Six of Wands, so you may actually be like an influencer, or you actually might be a little famous. Yeah, that might be why they're a little goofy around you. Yeah, so with the Hierophant, yeah, so I do think that this person might be very connected to spirit. And this person might be someone who speaks very eloquently on a lot of other topics, just not on the topic of you and how they feel about you, and not around you. You might have seen them talking to other people, or you might have seen them on social media or something, just being so smooth. And yeah, they may talk about spiritual topics, but I think that what this Hierophant card is really trying to say is that they have an inspired ability to say the right thing at the right time. And you have seen that in other scenarios. So you're like, what is up? What is going on? Yeah, and even maybe they also have like some kind of platform or social media platform. This Six of Wands could be a thing that you have in common. Yeah, so with this Five of Swords, I think it's interesting that they're dancing, but they're dancing around these knives that are in the floor, which almost makes me think of like a minefield. Like that really could be what this person is making this person like zip it, lock it, throw away the key. Because maybe, yeah, they may have said some stupid stuff in the past and they are quite afraid of repeating that. So they've just decided to say nothing, that is the safest thing, to just say nothing. But this is the thing, this Hierophant energy being the central energy, this is what they need to tap into. Yeah, the self-love, but also love from spirit. Like they need to see themselves through spirit's eyes and understand that they really do have some amazing things to bring to the table. That it doesn't have to be a minefield. That if they can tap into that energy from spirit that they tap into in every other scenario, that you would then also be one of these people who sees them as, you know, as if they were the shining star that they currently view you as. Yeah, that's their central conflict. But let's get some channeled messages. I want to know, since they're not clearly telling you in their own words what they have to say, let's find out what they have to say from their higher self here. My love is not fragile. No, in fact, here, that's, okay, ADHD, I can't remember exactly, but stubborn. Yeah, it's not fragile, it's stubborn. Yeah, absolutely. They're not giving up. I don't think they'll ever give up on you. Don't you know? Okay, that's precious. Okay, that is very precious. And I think it opens up a whole new area into why they may be quiet, because they assume that you already know the depth of their feelings. Maybe because they are so connected to spirit, they assume that you can sense it the way that they can sense things about people. Yeah, and so I think that they take the fact that you aren't acting on it as like rejection, or at least just that you're not into it, which I guess is rejection, but just like a less harsh form of rejection. That's so interesting. Oh, that's adorable. I promise. Yeah, my love is not fragile. I promise. Like this person, yeah, this person is going to stick it out like a silent rock into eternity. No, I don't believe that. I think they're going to grow. I think they're going to grow. Oh my God, you've improved my life. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. I just heard the word overhaul. You have overhauled their whole view of the world and their whole view of what is possible. Change is hard though. People always think about the caterpillar and the butterfly section of the transformation, but we don't think about the cocoon as often. When caterpillars go into the cocoon, they basically have to break down into complete goo before they emerge as a butterfly. And I feel like that's where your person's at. They have broken down into complete goo in your presence, but they're going to emerge a butterfly. And you are going to have been the catalyst for that beautiful transformation. And that is something to be very, very proud of, pile 2. Yeah, the last thing that I want to get before we move on to letters, numbers, and charms is an angel number for advice. I had intended this to be advice for you. In pile 1, it came out as advice to your person. So I'm just opening it up to spirit. Whatever advice needs to be put into this situation, whatever advice needs to come through. $533. Okay, let's Google that and find out. Angel number 533. this is a sign of good things to come in your relationship. The angels are sending you a message of love and support. They are reminding you that you are loved and cherished by the divine and your fellow human beings. Yeah, especially one in particular. 533 angel number brings you the message of changes and new beginnings. The 533 angel number is about allowing yourself to enjoy the moment and fall deeply in love. And then, yeah, I'll read one more. Let's see. Angel number 533 means growth and good fortune when it comes to love and relationships. So that's beautiful. Yeah, that's really lovely. So let's grab some letters, numbers, and charms. So yes, I did in fact complete the whole heart theme by going out and getting a heart-shaped dish to do the letters, numbers, and charms on. But I apparently have very crappy spatial awareness. So that dish is way too big. So we're basically just seeing it as like cleavage-shaped dish, which is that's cool too. That can definitely fit in with the theme of Valentine's Day. But yeah, if this reading is resonating, pile 2, I would love it if you would hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know how it's resonating down in the comments. That would be amazing. Okay, so we have IT. So yeah, this person could be like, they could really love gadgets. They could love computers, be really into tech stuff. Yeah, we don't have the C, but then we have TEH, so it's just missing the C for tech. Yeah, I mean, this person could be like more comfortable with, you know, like things where you put in a prompt and it spits out a predictable result than things like the heart. Yeah, dealing with the heart. Okay, so then we have R, G, and K. Let's see. So with TH, that's one of those letter combinations that always makes me think about the fact that T makes a sound and H makes a sound. But when they come together, they make an entirely new sound. And so I think that that's the two of you. There are things that you can do on your own. There are things that this person can do on their own. But yeah, there are some things that you can only do together. Okay, so with reg, I just heard regulations, regulate, and regular. Let's see. Ire, so they could be mad at themselves for not speaking up. Okay, so we don't have the N, but yeah, definitely king. That could be, you know, that they're trying to summon up the inner authority to force themselves to speak. Rig, so that could be, yeah, that they're trying to like rig the situation to present themselves with a situation that would be aligned with speaking out. For instance, like intoxication. Rig, what else does rig mean? It also means like a big truck or a big van, something like that. So maybe this person is very into cars. And it also is the beginning of the name Tim Riggins from Friday Night Lights. So maybe this person has like really awesome hair or is very like low-key sexy. Like, I don't mean low-key sexy, like Riggins was high-key sexy, but like they're a subtle person. They're not like out there and in your face about it. Okay, with THE, yeah, I feel like this person feels like you are the person, not a person, the one. Yeah, and again, oh no, we're not missing an H, yeah. Okay, so with right, yeah, so I feel like that's meaning correct. Like you're the right person, you're the right one, you're the right match, the right fit. But I also just heard Let the Right One In, which is a vampire movie that really speaks to sort of the ramifications of being tied to someone for eternity. And so I feel like that is also like they feel like they have made the correct decision with who to become soulbound with. And that is you. Yes, that is beautiful. Okay, so we have 7, 3, 7. So we can take that also as like 77, 37, 73. Wow, not very many numbers came out in pile 1 either. That is interesting. Okay, so now we're going to get some zodiac signs. Wow, well, a lot of zodiac signs came out. So these can be signs which are prominent in either one of your charts, or it could be times of year that important things are going to happen. We've got Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, and Aries. Oh, interesting. Like we got like right away, I'm noticing 2 nautical, very strong nautical. Oh, wait a second. No, 4. We have 3 anchors here. Come on now. And then there's a word for this, and it's not ship steering wheel because that is 3 words. Helm. Yeah, I don't know why that word has been hard for me to remember on a couple of different occasions, which it's actually part of a phrase. Like when people say like someone is at the helm, that means they're in charge of the situation. So it should not be that difficult to remember, but apparently it is. Then we have 3 anchors. 2 of the anchors are matched pair energy, and the third one is not. So that's giving me very like one of these things just doesn't belong here. So I will say that definitely could indicate that there is like a third party that is in competition for this person's attention. I do not feel like ultimately they will be successful because the 2 of you are perfectly matched. But I mean, they may sneak in for a while just for the kind of, soul's journey purpose of showing this person that they're all flash and no matched pair energy. Okay, so this is really cute. This bicycle, I'm hearing the song A Bicycle Made for Two. And yeah, so one of the wheels is really big. And so I was going to say though, with all of this nautical imagery, there could be, something about a boat. And I just heard the Lonely Island song, like, I'm on a boat. Yeah. I got a nautical theme. Pass me the Afghan. So you might be on a boat, or this person might be. But you may be about to sex up a mermaid. Oh my God. Okay, Spirit, can I have my head cleared of that song just for a moment? Just long enough to finish, and then it can come back. That's fine, but I really need to finish. Okay, so Yeah, so there could also be like beach energy or like ocean vacation energy, things like that. Um, or yeah, you could be on a boat. So with this bicycle made for two, there is one of the wheels is significantly larger than the other one. So that could be like there could be a height differential between the two of you or an age differential significant. Also, this is one of those like very old fashioned bicycles. So yeah, there could be something about you or your person that is quite like charming and old fashioned. So we have the dog charm. So that could mean that one of you is very into dogs. And that can also mean just loyalty, like very strong loyalty exists between the two of you. Yeah, with this perfume card, I feel like this person likely really likes the way that you smell, but also there's a lot of symbolism around perfume and aromas representing someone's energy. And so they might just really like revel in your energy as well. With this tree of life, yeah, I mean, that's being soulbound. You're part of the same soul family for sure. And with this wrench, yeah, to me, like this is probably the most challenging of all the energies, but this to me is the energy of this is going to take work. This isn't just going to fall into your lap. It's not going to be easy. I mean, I don't think it's going to be horribly difficult, but it's going to take work. It is going to take work. Alrighty, so that is what I have for you, pile two. If it resonated, I would love it if you would hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can join me on another day for another reading when I post. That would be amazing. Share in the comments if this resonated in any way. I would love that. I love to read them. I do have the comments set to, I have to approve them right now, but I do make an effort to go in there fairly often and do that. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up by letting you know that you are loved. You are worthy and you are enough. Okay, bye. Hello, pile three. So if you chose the Sun card, you have arrived at your reading. And let's dive in. Yes, let's find out what is in your person's heart. Okay, pile three. So we've got support and protection and desire to make up for the past. Okay. And then we've got be mine and love you. Then we've got a soul contract has been fulfilled. You've learned important lessons. You will now attract healthy relationships into your life. So yeah, this is really interesting because this person, there is reference to the past here. We've got a soul contract has been fulfilled. So that's something that has already happened as of right now. Yeah, and then we've got desire to make up for the past here. But then in contrast to that, we've got so much about what they want right now. They want you to be theirs. They want to love you. And they want to provide you with support and protection. So yeah, this could be a person that you're in no contact with. This could be an ex, but it doesn't have to be. Oh my God, anybody can do you wrong. It doesn't need to be an ex. But yeah, I feel like this person has done things in the past that either were a full-blown betrayal or just they didn't quite live up to who you needed them to be or who they had promised you that they would be. And I think that that was because they were in a growing phase. Yeah, this could also be like you might have been attracted to one of the other piles, and that is kind of the current situation. And this is sort of showing you what's going to be happening like a little ways out once that person has done their growth. And probably you've also done your growth as well. Like it's never only up to the other person to grow. We're all growing all the time. So, yeah, I think that this is, sort of like the Sun card. The Sun card is like 9 out of 10 tarot readers agree that the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. And the 10th is coming around. Like the 10th is, been getting a lot of emails from those other 9 about jumping on board the happy train. And they're considering it. So yeah, I think that this person is just like ready. They are so ready. Whatever they weren't ready for before. Maybe it was commitment. Maybe it was full vulnerability and authenticity. Maybe it was sacrifice. That could definitely be. And maybe it was just stepping up to the plate, because with support and protection, those are both 2 things that require action. So maybe this person was very good with feelings with you before, but when it came time, when like rubber was like, hi road, let's meet, they were not there. They did not step up to the plate. Their wheels were spinning. Yeah, and I think that, yeah, with love you coming out on top of be mine. Be mine implies commitment. Yeah, be mine implies exclusivity. It implies that support and protection. Like someone can love us and not do right by us. Someone can love us and be terrible for us. Someone can, not to like bring the energy down, but someone can love us and abuse us. So it's not all about love. They also need to have like an attitude of self-sacrifice, an attitude of putting you first. And it's not that, you need to come with the same attitude. Like both people in a relationship need to put the other person first, or else it doesn't work, because then you have one person generally who's putting the other person first all the time. And the other person is like, yeah, that works for me. I'll be first. And that is never a good scene. So yeah, I feel like probably in the past, this was a connection where you sort of put this person on a pedestal a little bit. And you were like, you're the best, you're amazing. And they were like, oh, I agree. And yeah, and I think that you probably eventually got tired of that. Or the way that it also could have played out is that, they just did things where they treated you badly all the time, and they did things that upset you. And they got kind of tired of dealing with you like crying or being upset or yelling at them or whatever it was. And maybe they cut it off. So yeah, one of you cut it off ultimately because of their behavior. It was either you because you were tired of their behavior or them because they were tired of your reaction to their behavior. And yeah, it was because they had the love for you, but they didn't have the commitment energy. And yeah, even if this was a friend, I don't want to say just a friendship, because I mean, friendships are hell of important. Like, friendships can ultimately be more meaningful in our lives in some cases than romance. But yeah, people generally come to these readings for romance energies. But yeah, so whether this was a friendship or a relationship in the past, like I mean, you can have commitment in a friendship. Like, commitment just means you say you're going to do something and then you do it. And I feel like that is where this person fell short. I feel like they were real good at the say they're going to do something part, but when it came time to actually do it, they were nowhere to be found. And yeah, so it was either that you got fed up with that or they got fed up with you calling them on that. But they have changed. They have grown. They have now grown. And I feel like they want back in. They are like pile 3's orbit looks like a fantastic place to be. And the last time I was in it, I effed it up, but I'm not going to make that same mistake. Yeah, they're ready to give support and protection. And protection, I think, is an interesting word because that doesn't necessarily just mean that they feel the need to protect you. It's like protect the connection, protect the energy between the two of you. Protect your heart. Protect even their heart, because of course it was painful for them when the two of you parted ways in the past. Even if they were the instigator of that parting of ways, of course it was still painful for them. So yeah, I think like protection means more than just like jumping in front of a bus for you. Protection means behaving in ways on a day-to-day basis that shows that they value you and value the relationship and the connection that the two of you have together. And I feel like they're ready to do that. They want to step up. They might be worried about the reception that they're going to receive, though, because I feel like this was a significant hurt that they inflicted in the past. And because they have spiritually evolved, yeah, like you may be thinking like, no, this person would never take responsibility, but they've evolved. And so now they recognize that they were terrible and they may be worried about because they've probably figured that you've evolved too, and you're not going to be the same, like really accommodating person that you were in the past. So yeah, they may be very worried that if they approach you even just to apologize, that they're going to get told to go pound rocks. And I think coming from you, that would be, whoa, I just felt like a knife in my chest. Yeah, that would be very painful. Oh, God, that hurt. I can see why they're afraid of that. I mean, I do feel like they're going to be coming forward, though. Like, yeah, with this Two of Swords, they need to make a decision that it doesn't matter. That if what they get from you is rejection, they've earned it. And they can, that they can like deal with it and move on. Because as afraid as they are of, yeah, I think you guys were friends before. Even if you were in a relationship, I think it was the friendship. Oh my God, why am I going to cry right now? I think it was the friendship that was the foundation and the core of it. And the friendship is what they miss. Yeah. The soul tie, the soul bond. Yeah, they miss it a lot. And so as afraid as they are of getting a negative reception from you, they also feel like a very strong pressure within them to move forward, to step forward. And yeah, so they're torn right now. I mean, it's the Two of Swords. They've got one sword of fear telling them to go one way and one sword of excitement and passion about what could be the future between the two of you telling them to go the other way. And they need to decide which sword are they going to wield as they move forward into the future. But I feel like the pull of this friendship, the soul pull of this friendship that was strong enough to make me get choked up just from touching the card, they're not going to be able to ignore that forever. Especially now that they've grown spiritually. I feel like in many ways they can feel this soul tie more profoundly now than they did when the two of you were actually in contact, because they have more capacity to feel it now. They've grown, they've expanded their heart, they've expanded their energetic space so they can fit more love into themselves than they used to be able to. And so they have more love for you now than they even had before, because they simply have more capacity for love now than they had before. Let's get some channeled messages. I want to know what they have to say from their higher self. Oh, I only miss you when I'm breathing. Oh my God. Yeah, that's interesting because I did feel that knife in my chest. And when I saw the word breathing, it just triggered a response to take a deep breath. And it was actually difficult to pull in a full breath. And that also made me think of that song, Two Occasions. I only think of you on two occasions. That's day and night. Yeah, it's now or never. Yes, that's what I was talking about. That pressure to move forward, that pressure to take the leap. It's building inside of them. Yeah, I just saw an image of someone on a high dive. And yeah, someone who's afraid of heights up on a high dive. And it took them so much courage to even decide to do it. And then they were trembling as they climbed the ladder. And then they kind of haltingly walked out to the edge. And right now they are at the precipice, and they can either decide to jump or they can give in to fear and they can turn around and climb back down the ladder. And I think that as scary as it feels to jump, there is a thing inside of them going, it's now or never. It's now or never. If you don't jump now, you never will. So yeah, in terms of like, I don't love to speak to timing because timing is so malleable as an energy, but I would say that this strikes me as something that's going to happen sooner rather than later. Interesting. So we've got 3 here, the 3 of Cups, and then we've got 34, 36. So 3 seems to be an important number. I trust you. Okay. Yeah. So that might be the thing that finally convinces them that it's safe to talk to you, is because they trust like this soul connection that the two of you have, and they trust you that even if you aren't prepared at this point to have them back in your life, that you are not going to destroy them the way that they honestly probably deserve. But you're too kind-hearted for that. And I think that they will eventually realize that. And then it's not the same. And yeah, I think in many ways, nothing has really been the same since you've been out of their life. I think that probably not even like a day and definitely not a week has gone by that you have not popped into their mind and sparked some kind of strong emotion nostalgia, love. Oh, I don't know if it picked it up on the mic, but my dog did jangle her collar, and that's something that I take as confirmation that whatever I was saying is spot on. So yeah, you still spark extremely strong emotions in them. Their heart is full. Their heart is very full when it comes to you. Okay, so now I want to get some advice. So my intention was for this to be advice for you, but it came out as advice. It's come out as in one of the other piles. I forget which one. ADHD, as advice for your person. So I'm just leaving it open as advice for spirit for whoever needs it. Advice about this connection for whoever needs to hear it. So yeah, I'm pulling an angel number and then we'll look it up. Oh, look, 3 ended up on the back of the deck here. Oh, that's too many, Spirit. And 3. Come on now. Come on now. So March might be an important month. The 3rd of a month might be important. So let's look that up. Okay, when the number 753 keeps appearing in your life, you are being called upon to be more courageous. It takes courage to make positive decisions. It means that there will be good change coming soon. The number 753 tells you not to be afraid of expressing yourself. Yeah, I trust you. Yeah, that's what they need to develop is trust for you, not be afraid to express themselves. Suggests you act with optimism and sensitivity and hold the hands of your partner tightly. I'll read one more. Not to be afraid of expressing yourself. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that came out in 2 of the results is about expressing yourself. So yeah, again, I feel like the energy of them expressing themselves is very close to the surface here. They're not going to be able to hold back much longer on that. So let's grab some letters, numbers, and charms. So as you may notice, I did go out and get a heart-shaped dish to use for the letters, numbers, and charms to match the whole heart-shaped theme here. But I did misjudge the size needed slightly. So this is just top of the heart. We're going to use the top of the heart here. So if this message is resonating, I would love it if you would hit that like button. Definitely hit the subscribe button. That really helps the channel to grow. It helps you to be notified when I post more readings. And yeah, also share in the comments how it resonates, what's going on with you or things that you noticed. I love to read them. I do need to have the comments set to approve them right now just because you guys know the whole situation with scammers and tarot. But yeah, I do make an effort to go in and do that fairly frequently. So yes. Okay, so the first 2 letters, TY, thank you. Yeah, this person is incredibly grateful that you have ended up in their life. Ended up is an interesting phrase. That's interesting that I phrased it that way because, yeah, I do feel like they look at you as a gift that they did nothing to earn, but you were dropped into their world anyway. And yeah, they have nothing but gratitude for that. So we've got U, U, D, T, and V. So this is interesting because double letters I generally take as matched pair energy. So we got 2 double letters. So double matched pair energy. That is very beautiful. Okay, so Tut. So this could be a person, like maybe they've been to Egypt. Oh, I just heard that Steve Martin from Saturday Night Live, King Tut, Funky Tut. There was a whole dance that went along with it. So yeah, maybe this person is funky. Let's see. TV. So maybe there's something to do with TV. Like maybe the two of you, met or bonded over liking a similar TV show. Yeah, I think it's because there's only a U for a Val that I'm having a difficult time. I guess Y is, and sometimes Y. So Y is sometimes a Val, but not one that's helping me out here. Yeah, that's really all I'm getting from the letters. Maybe, if the letters mean something to you initials wise, that would make sense. But yeah, that's really the words that I'm getting from the letters. Oh, not charms yet. What am I doing? We've got numbers and zodiac signs to go before we get to charms. Okay, so we've got 4, 9, 7, and 2. So yeah, these can be life path numbers, engram numbers, birth month, birth date. It can be just significant numbers like addresses, etc. And they can also be combined like 49, 72. Okay, so now we're going to grab some zodiac signs. Okay, so we've got Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Pisces, and Capricorn. Okay, so this is interesting. With the 4 seasons charm, a lot of times I look at this as being one full year because there's a depiction of each of the 4 seasons on it. So yeah, that could mean that like this is going to be a very important year in this connection. Yeah, that this year is going to be very key in the development of this connection. Okay, so we've got a feather here. So this person may be someone who generally sort of likes to go where the wind takes them, just float on the wind, pivot easily. So that might be something that they are struggling with, is the idea of, yeah, with this anchor of sort of like anchoring themselves in one place or to one person when they really want to be steering off somewhere new, like that's what their instincts tell them. Yeah, so with this like bunny who is kind of making the royal court announcements, that to me speaks of them. Yeah, and especially since we got princess, so two indications of royalty. Like that is why they want to speak though, because you are so beautiful, you are so elegant, you are so royal in their eyes. You are a princess or a prince in their eyes. Yeah, and then with this bird, I feel like that is getting a new perspective on the situation. That is a bird's eye view. And it spoke to that in that oracle card where it talked about that they have undergone a soul transformation. So they have a completely different perspective on the two of you now than they used to. And that perspective, yeah, is that your two hearts are entwined. They are bound together. They are stitched together. And I also look at this as your name being stitched on their heart as well. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile 3. If it resonated, again, I would love it if you would subscribe so you can be notified to join me again for another reading on another day. Also, hit that like button, comment down below. I love to read them. And yeah, I am going to wrap up by letting you know that you are loved. You are worthy and you are enough. Okay, bye. Hello, everybody. So I wanted to go through what decks I used in today's reading, if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. So this is the Heart Tarot by Maria DiStefano. Unfortunately, it is out of print. I got it from eBay, but they do pop up on Etsy and eBay from time to time if this is something you're interested in. Okay, these are called Sweethearts playing cards. They look like the little Valentine's candy on the back, and then they're playing cards on the front. So yeah, I used these in 2 places. I used the back of the cards as oracles, and then I used the numbered cards to pull an angel number. This deck is called The Alphabet for Lovers, and it's available on Etsy. It's got the meanings on the back. Okay, this deck is called, okay, can't pick it up. Come on now. This deck is called the Love Oracle, also available on Etsy. And the channeled messages are called My Fairy Tale is Real. And they are also available on Etsy. Alrighty. Okay, so thank you for joining me here today. If you enjoyed this reading, I would love it if you would like, subscribe, comment below. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up by telling you again that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough. Okay, bye.